to NXT's Judgment Day. Now we've seen a lot of these, little pay-per-view names change and morph and get reused and regurgitated a bit over the year. But Judgment Day is ended up for a
Vengeance.
premium live event. Everything's all about these
Vengeance Day.
PLEs. Yeah, what I call it,
Judgment.
Judgment, Vengeance Day. Okay, Vengeance Day, Judgment.
It's a bad day. Yes, it is.
Yeah. Anyway, okay, fine. I'm looking at the cat on my calendar.
So we're talking about NXT.
You get the women's champ, Fallon Headley. That so help me. Yeah, I do not. I did not follow her. I do not even know of her. Not even on my radar. But it wasn't about her anyway. It was all about Stephanie Vaquer, who Valkyr. Yeah, if I'm mispronouncing that right. They say it better on TV. You think I would know the pronunciation, but it's Stephanie Vaquer won the strap.
Right.
Um,
She
it's
won
rather
the.
uneventful, but it's about pushing her over. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Then
she
you
has.
get in. Yep. Then you get into Nathan Fraser and Axiom for Axiom, which is okay. Yeah, it works. Man. Against That's the thing though. They teamed up. I liked how they did it though. It's a nice story.
Right.
Josh Briggs and Yoshiki Nomura. And as far as the in-ring work, Yoshiki was something else, but this was all about Fraxium. And the thing is, though, basically, this was a jobbers match on a PLE. Uh, with the overabundance of talent readily on hand available at the Performance Center. That's
Yeah. This isn't my strong suit. So NXT, I
yeah.
still don't know a lot of the people.
Mm-hmm.
But
Oh, there we go.
with the tag teams, I I don't know. It's you got to remember it is the step lower than the prime time ones, but they're trying to push certain people and see what type of reaction they can get. NXT
Oh,
is
good.
where they want to try and do different things to create buzz, to create conflict, to create fluidness, and
Well,
they're
to
hoping
see
different
who
things.
has it and to see who has it and who doesn't. That's why we seen a lot of names, the bigger names that we see nowadays, kind of fly right through NXT.
Right.
Like a lot of went through Ohio Valley back in the day. Well, a good example with this though, you got Trick Williams and Eddie Thorpe in a strap match, and let's put it this: another they could have done more with that too, but basically the one guy won by Pitbull,
Well,
and the
it,
white guys usually no let me finish. White guys normally win strap match. Wait a minute, no, Junkyard Dog was the king of whipping people with straps, dog leashes, which was basically another strap, dog chains, and hell, everything all around. Um, but still, not enthused with the uh, uh, with this one as well at this point in a PLE. Thinking not more than 15 years ago, that's why going to. I got ahead of myself again earlier. I wonder how much they would have charged. You know what I mean?
or what?
For if it was a pay-per-view. Remember back, not more than 10, 15 years ago, it's like
Oh, you mean on
they would charge
TV?
on
Oh, they
cable.
charge like $60, $70.
That's me.
The
I wonder what
WrestleMania
they
was like
would.
$80, but yeah, it was like it was always like $60 for a pay per view event. So either the boxing match where you see Mike Tyson for like 2 seconds, people got pissed off with that. What streaming has done is it's kind of eliminated the whole pay per view, and I don't know who's still paying $60, $80 for a pay per view, but there's people out there.
Well, there's also people paying over $100 for basic cable too for big cable packages. If I don't get anything locally, the hell with it. And that goes double for what we are discussing and dealing with SmackDown as well. Um, oh, but I guess some people you do know of that'll be coming up. Speaking of which, all ego, Ethan Page against
Oh,
uh,
Ethan Page.
Javon Adams, which was
Right.
a good match until I mean, really came down to it. Javon, it's just dove at Page one too many times in that match, and Page just one punch, landed in a kind of a high spot there, not the teeth, the mouth, the fun mouth guard, right out of Adam's mouth, and which left him kind of I think he did get a tooth busted or something there because he was kind of bleeding after. Then Page finished him, and that was the end of that one. Oba Femi, the NXT champ,
Yeah.
I know of but never really heard of. Versus
He's a
of
big
much.
guy.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He easily
Versus
handled A Town Down Under. So, that wasn't too
well,
much of an
well,
issue.
that's the thing though. It was still like kind of a handicap match. I was gonna say you got down under here, but in the end though, Femi retained it. It wasn't really about the matches. This was about kind of after. Femi retained the title via pin, but uh, uh, another group, that same group of four mask guys, like I said, more curtain jerkers, and these are NXT hopefuls,
Right.
appeared again and jumped them, four-man powerbomb over Femi. Um, Now, a new Shield, these kids are not. Um, what's the word?
Well, that's also the rumors. WWE is trying to recreate the Shield, which it's too early, and it's
You got a couple of mask guys, and it's just not. Yeah,
right. But it's too early, and you're going up against Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and at the time, Moxley. What was his name? But yeah, like to recreate something, it's like recreating DX. Why would you? Recreating Nation of Domination. Why would you? It's certain factions you just don't create. Yeah, you're trying to do a different angle, but coming in from the crowd with mask on, interfering with the match and trying to show your might. They tried that with Ali with his little, group and they're trying to, take over WWE, but that didn't work. It's just I don't know.
it,
It's
but
hopefully they have the
that
right people charismatically.
exactly. You have to let these things go organically. And the way to do that, though, it's like you take the performance center. You take a class in the performance center. You see who are clicking with who, and if these guys are already pals. Let's either tag them up, or it's like that's where things take off. I mean, that's how you get into things like this. But if you throw a bunch of
Right.
jabronis together and
But if I
kind of push
remember
them out there,
if I remember correctly, I think the Shield didn't care who was in the ring. They went after whoever was in the ring. And they showed
I
up, they
will.
did their thing.
Side note, though, I will say this much about a four-man power bomb. You see that perform in the ring where you got four guys just spread them out and just four-man power bomb.
Right.
Now, I've seen it done. I've were matches where it was done. I was involved with tossing up one of the limbs, and I have taken that bump as well. And one thing I could say about the four-man power bomb, it is fun for everybody involved, including the fans too, I guess. But who cares? We're having a good time. That's usually what it comes down to.
Right.
Um, but for the NXT Women's Title, Julia, comes into. I can see why this was the main event too, though. Comes into a fatal four-way for the strap against Bailey, Cora Jade, and Roxanne Perez. And that's the thing. As per usual, it really came down to a finisher fest coming into the end. I mean, there was Pop Rocks, Jaded, and Avidurchis all the way around in this match. And that's the thing, though. A lot of people wanted Julia over in this show. I really think she got to, push, especially with Bailey putting her over and
Right.
everything like that. And Stephanie Vaquer came out to celebrate with Julia before Jordan Grace came down. There was another stare down, and that'll be going on sometime next week, I'm sure.
So yeah, it's as I said, it's everyone knew Bailey wasn't going to win, so it's just I think it was just there to help with Julia, but she needs to shine on her own. Like you can't. I hate that they just like let's just throw like these people in and hopefully something gels and But it's I heard it was a good match. The four of them were were doing going decently, and it was the better of the other matches as well. So, but and then at the end, certain someone shows up.
Right.
I want to call Mighty Mouse because she is tiny. But Jordana Grace shows up, and I guess she's challenging one of them. So I don't know how that's gonna go.
Like I said, continuing on with that getting into next week, but with this one too, another good show. I'm not going to introduce each time and everything like that, but be a part of a sequence. But I like the way we're breaking it up here. I'm up here. Um, give it a minute or
Yeah, snarf, snarf,
stop.
snarf.